Jose Mourinho is on track to guide his club AS Roma to back-to-back European titles. The Italian club defeated Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen 1-0 in the first leg of the Europa League semi-finals. But now there are reports linking the Portuguese maestro to French champions and, if I may say, a turmoil-hit PSG. Will Mourinho join PSG? That's what we're going to discuss in this live. Hello and welcome to WION Sports Extra. I am Nikhil Mathur and I'm joined by my sports editor Digvir Singh Deo and by my colleague Vidur Kathuria. Since the project PSG was helmed, it was helmed to win the Champions League. But so far, 9 managers have come and gone and no one has achieved that. Is Mourinho the right guy to win that?
No, I'm just trying to go back to what you just said. You said turmoil hit PSG.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're asking the biggest mover and shaker to go into that sort of dressing room and shake things up. I'm waiting for this to happen. I'm waiting for Jose Mourinho to land up in that PSG dressing room and tell Neymar out, Mbappe back off. That's going to be fun.
I'm the boss now.
He is the boss. He is the special one. I understand the linkage, but Mourinho is damaged goods. We have to put this in context, and that's what we'll debate. He's damaged goods because of what happened. He lost the dressing room in United. He lost the dressing room at Spurs, the last 2 jobs. And when he went back to Chelsea for a second time, he lost the dressing room there as well. Jose Mourinho is a manager who will guarantee you results. He's taken a Roma team from nowhere to a European title. Jose Mourinho always kept saying that his 72 points in that season when they won the Europa League with United was a success. Clearly, success is now defined by what Giannis Antetokounmpo says. But he's a serial winner. He will get you a big trophy. PSG have hired the list here. Carlo Ancelotti, Laurent Blanc, Unai Emery, Thomas Tuchel, Mauricio Pochettino, Christophe Galtier, all winners. Poch didn't win much, but Poch took his team to the final of the Champions League. Galtier won the league title. Tuchel is Tuchel. Unai Emery, master of the Europa League with Sevilla.
And doing very well at Aston
Villa. Yeah. Carlo Ancelotti, we all know good old Carlo. The maestro. He is the maestro. The maestro. I see Mourinho going there. If it happens, he's clearly said, I didn't get the call. But that's typical Mourinho gamesmanship. It's going to be a 2-year situation. They're going to win something. He's going to lose the dressing room. They go out. I think PSG have sort of now reached the end of their tether because they are seeing what's happening over there in Manchester City, the kind of titles which are happening over there. And the fact that City are threatening in the Champions League. PSG has not threatened in the Champions League apart from one season where they lost to Bayern.
Do you agree with him, that Mourinho and PSG clash of egos?
Well, all of us have been following Mourinho's career since, he made...
I won the Champions League. I'm special.
Since that press conference. And even before that, when he won the Champions League with FC Porto. You can never bet against him. So that's all I will say. But let's talk about PSG and Mourinho and how PSG are now looking at their future. I think they have made a decision that they will move away from this Galacticos era. I think Messi will not be at PSG.
Neymar's out.
And so, exactly. And Galtier will also not be PSG manager come next season. Now, who are the candidates? Obviously, there's Mourinho.
Zidane.
There's Zidane, who, is waiting for a job. And I think if he comes back, it will either be, he was in contention for the French national team.
That's gone.
But that's gone now. So I think it's Zidane, it's Mourinho, and who else is not Pochettino? Of course, he's not going to come back to PSG. So,
he's linked to a job vacancy at Tottenham and Chelsea.
Yes. I mean, Mourinho...
ABB? No. Doesn't have the stature.
Yeah. Mourinho has, as you alluded to, Mourinho has done well wherever he's gone. And, it's notable what he's done at AS Roma. Now, they could be, they were in the top 4, but they sort of gone off the pace right now. But they could be Europa League champions. That is a huge achievement for a club like AS Roma. Mourinho will always have that X factor in him. But as Digvijay said, when he goes into that dressing room, he is the boss. There's no bigger ego than Jose Mourinho, bigger than Mbappe. And if Mbappe stays at PSG and if Mourinho comes in,
Fireworks.
there will definitely be fireworks, but he will also make it clear. I think the fact that PSG have decided that they will now build a team from the ground up, from like the youth system with youth players, I'm not sure if Mourinho is the man to go.
I was just going to interrupt there because Mourinho comes in, buys the players, gets the result, moves on. Mourinho is not Jurgen Klopp. He does not have the time or the patience. Did Salah play under his time or De Bruyne?
Under Mourinho, yes, they did, but didn't do very
Salah
well.
did.
Salah did.
Salah
He
played,
bought-
right?
Yes, he bought Salah actually. He came when Mourinho was manager.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So obviously he didn't have the patience to develop Salah. Salah got developed at Roma.
Yeah.
Then came back to Liverpool and has become a global star. That's the concern you get with Mourinho. If you want to build your team up, do what Eric Ten Hag is trying to do with United now, or what Klopp did with Liverpool, you need patience. 7-8 years. It takes that much time. Maybe 5 years. Even Pep didn't win the first season in the Premier League. He didn't.
Yeah.
So I just think that, what do you want? You want the Champions League more? You want stability. Define your goals, because they are
But
poles
they have-
apart.
Yeah, I don't know if the PSG board have that sort of patience. I mean, they're obviously, rightly so, they're obsessed with winning the Champions League, something that they have
Who
done.
knows that it may be Mbappe's call. I want to win the Champions League.
But-
I want get Mourinho if that's going to give me the
The
Champions
thing
League.
with PSG is that they are sort of in a unique situation because their season is literally defined by 2 games, like 2 Champions League knockout games. They're expected to be in the get through the Champions League group stages, and when they reach the round of 16, I mean Champions League round of 16, just any knockout stage, you play the best teams in Europe. So essentially, their season is defined by those 2 or 3 games, and if they don't turn up, as they haven't in the last couple of seasons, they're out, and the season is a disaster. Just because you lose those 2 games in the Champions League.
But are the players the problem or the manager? Because if you see the manager, like Tuchel was also one guy who was, a control freak. He wanted control. Then you had Pochettino, who was pretty cool in that way. You can do whatever you want. And so, as you said, I think the players are the problem. The team is the problem rather than the manager. Now they have to pick accordingly where they want to adjust.
No, what I heard about the Pochettino era was that he was unable to control. Neymar would land up with his music system blaring. Mbappe would have his own set of, going on, whatever was going on. Messi was wondering where have I landed. A good cohesive team has one boss, and that boss is the manager. It's very clear to all of us that Eric Ten Hag is the boss at Man United. He got rid of Cristiano Ronaldo. He didn't get rid of Vidur Kathuria or Digvijay Singh. They got rid of Cristiano Ronaldo, who probably sells more shirts than any other United player.
Absolutely.
Gets in money. There's commercial money as well. Jurgen Klopp is the boss. Anyone who criticizes Jurgen Klopp is on his way out or is benched. Daniel Sturridge, just to go back. I don't think anyone else has taken him on after that. Pep Guardiola. Who's the guy who just went? Cancelo.
So,
One of his boys went out.
Yeah.
You don't question the boss. So I think the problem stems Sterling as well.
Yeah.
The problem stems from the PSG board backing Mbappe and giving him effective control of the club. We all know that. We can sugarcoat it, but he will decide what's going on, right? How is that guaranteed to give you success?
Yeah. I think Luis Campos was there at Real Madrid. He's
Luis Campos and Mourinho have a relationship.
Yeah, that was reading somewhere.
Jorge Mendes.
Yeah. So that might be.
No, see,
it's also-
they got rid of Tuchel, then Poch and went to Galtier, right? It's clearly not worked.
Yeah.
They have to go back to a big manager. You need a big manager, big ego if you want the Champions League. It's going to be a 2-year project. Champions League or no, judged on that.
Also, I'd just like to make a point. We're talking about whether they're match. Let's look at it from the perspective of Jose Mourinho. He will come on his own terms.
Yeah.
He will want complete control over the dressing room or whatever, over the team. No Mbappe sort of power hungry Mbappe. He won't, tolerate that at all. Also, what is going on at AS Roma right now? If AS Roma win the Europa League, they're in the Champions League. And Jose Mourinho plus Champions League football means that you'll be able to attract the good players. And now players want to go, as we discussed earlier, players want to go and play in the Italian league. So he has his decision to make in terms of his own career. But
But while the lure of PSG is there, if they
Yeah.
make the Champions League, Vidur, why not stay at Roma where he's the boss?
Exactly.
He gets what he wants. None of those players there can even walk up to him and utter one word out of turn.
Yeah.
He will not get that at PSG.
And it seems like.
But the
he
Mourinho
is-
ego.
Yeah.
That's where it comes in. I am Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
I am Lionel Messi. I am Ronaldo. I should be playing and winning the Champions League. He did not get to Roma or anywhere else to win the Conference League or the Europa League.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho exists for the big prize.
And he wants to take them there, as he has constantly said that he has this project at AS Roma. And he is now, like, if you look at what he said over the past few years, in fact, he constantly, when he was in England, he constantly referred to Klopp's era at Liverpool. He constantly referred that Klopp became so successful at Liverpool because he was given time.
Time.
Yeah.
So I think now his career goals, his personal career goals, have also changed a little bit from, say, 10 years back.
Can I just
Yeah.
interrupt? There's a lot of Mourinho which you don't see. You only see on a touchline or on a snarling press conference. But just seeing him those few months in the Sky Studios,
Yeah.
that footballing brain,
Yeah.
outstanding.
Yeah.
Very few managers come and explain. I mean, we're now seeing Rafa Benitez come as well, right? Oh, he's available, by the way. The interim one. Yeah. But Mourinho is a tactician who will bring the best out of any team. He will play boring football if that football is destined to give you a result. Let's not forget the greatest Barcelona team we have seen, perhaps the greatest team we have heard of also in the last 50 years. I never saw the great Real team which won 5 Champions Leagues in a row. But I did see this Guardiola team, right? We also
of
had.
course.
What he did to them in that 2010 semi-final, I saw that game on TV. But
2011.
2010.
That's right.
Yeah, 2010. What he did to them shows that he can play
Yeah.
reserved. He's also the guy who went to Real Madrid and broke Barcelona's duck. I mean, not the duck, I mean Real's duck. He beat Barcelona, he beat Guardiola
In the La Liga.
in the La Liga against that team, the great
greatest
team.
team, yeah.
Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets, Puyol,
Yes.
even David Villa by
And
then.
you would say he was the reason that Guardiola left Barcelona.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was gone the next season. We have a couple of comments
Okay.
here. Frank Solheim asks,
Thank you, Frank.
if Mourinho joins PSG, which player will he bring alongside him? Interesting question. Who will he get from AS Roma?
Harry Kane. Harry Kane's gone. I don't think he's staying. Harry Kane? PSG can afford him.
Well, PSG can afford most players. But
Son?
Oh yes, that will be interesting. Definitely those two, Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, have a decision to make. Kane will...
I don't think Kane's staying.
he's-
Kane's gone.
Yeah. So the candidates for him are Manchester United, Real Madrid, or PSG, because frankly, Tottenham will ask for a lot of money. I think Kane
Him going
personally-
to United also depends on who buys the club.
Yeah.
I don't think the Glazers
I don't
will
think-
invest 100 million plus on Harry Kane with a sale uncertain, like it is right now.
Possible. And we have another
One more?
question. Mukhtar Hussain asks, will Mourinho's selection guarantee a UCL title for PSG? That's what we discussed. Nothing guarantees.
In
a
football,
Europa
there are
Champions League
nothing.
title. There are no guarantees. in
Pep Guardiola has not won the Champions League since Barcelona, despite taking charge of Bayern Munich and then one of the greatest teams we have seen. But there are certain managers who you give them the reins at a club, they will deliver success in some form. And Mourinho has that star quality. That is what endears him to club owners, despite that other side of him, which is that combustible, or that dressing room is gone after 2 years.
Yeah.
He even lost the players he built up. Lampard, Hazard, all of them,
He
yeah.
has a good relationship with Frank Lampard.
No, but when he was Chelsea manager and got sacked the second time.
Yeah.
But Mourinho has won titles in Portugal, England, Spain.
Everywhere.
So France would also be a new opportunity for him if he
that's
wants
a good
that.
point. He's
Because-
that's the only major European league he has
Yeah.
a manager in. No, he has a manager in Germany as well.
Germany as well. But
Yeah.
if
How
he-
many Champions League did he win? Just one? Just the one?
No, one with Porto, one with Inter.
Inter.
So
Two.
Two.
titles.
He needs more. He feels that
In
he
fact,
needs more.
He hasn't even reached a final. since
Yeah.
he took Inter to that title. Yeah. With Real, he reached the semi-finals twice, I think.
I think what happened, in hindsight, he was the man to take over United when Ferguson left.
Then Pogba, and United picked Pogba over Mourinho.
So yes,
So, yeah,
take
we
a
have
look
the
at the
result.
poll now.
Will Jose Mourinho be the next PSG manager? 73% say yes.
Whoa.
He's going to be a PSG manager. 27%
Wow.
say no.
So clearly, a lot of fraction there. Huh?
Yeah.
No smoke without fire.
Just as you know, the theater that
Yeah.
Jose adds to football is, nothing like that. Nothing like Jose Mourinho in a Champions League final, all guns blazing. There's nothing like that.
Is he still going to be wearing a wire?
He's just,
He wants to record what the referees say to him, unlike Jurgen Klopp, so he wore a wire in the last game. Mourinho, drama, not just with the fans, also with the officials. And his players, well, you know where that's heading. Okay, what's up at 6:30 p.m. today? Not much sport. There's a reason for that. Boys?
I think you are
No.
the best person.
I can't say it.
well, we have an exclusive interview with Stefano Tsitsipas ahead of the French Open, which is later this month. He talks all things tennis and, of course, his quest for a maiden Grand Slam title. He talks about his Australian Open final earlier this year against Novak Djokovic and gives quite a lot of insight into his game and what goes in, and, of course, his rivalry with all the other great players of the era, that is Carlos Alcaraz and Daniil Medvedev. So definitely tune into that. It'll be worth it.
And you must have seen the teaser, which is there, the 3-minute teaser. It's there on YouTube and Twitter. You'll get the entire uncut.
Also on the channel,
unedited.
obviously.
Yeah,
Tune into Vion as well.
exactly. And also, world number 2 and world number 3 knocked out
Ooh,
of Italian Open in just the
I am
second
surprised
round.
with the Sabalenka result because she beat Świątek.
Świątek, exactly. So we'll have that.
Clay. And NBA.
Yes, the Denver Nuggets have reached the Western Conference Finals. They absolutely obliterated the Phoenix Suns. It was a humiliating home defeat for them. A team which acquired Kevin Durant during the window. I mean, they have a lot of questions to answer. But Denver Nuggets, they haven't even reached the NBA Finals once in their entire franchise history. So a great chance for them to do that. And of course, we're going to see
Game 7.
Game 7. The Eastern Conference semifinals between the Philadelphia 76ers and Boston Celtics is heading to a Game 7.
I don't think
in Boston.
any team has got a 2-point swing in that. No, it's always been 1-1-1-1.
That's
One
right.
win, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They win, they respond. They win, they respond.
The two best teams, arguably, two best teams in the Eastern Conference, heading to a 7-game series. That's all you want.
Yeah. So all that on our show at 6:30 p.m. IST. Thanks for tuning in.